Well, hello there. We have our first image from The Mandalorian, so very, very excited. Want to talk about this. Also, there is still time to enter the latest giveaway, so all you have to do is become a subscriber, leave a comment on this or one of my videos to win a $25 gaming expansion of your choice in the form of a cool stuff gift card. That being said, look at this armor. I am blown away. This is straight from StarWars.com too, by the way, so it looks very, very cool, very recognizable, and I think that's important. Loving the earth tones, very Outer Rim, underworld scum-ish. It's beautiful, and I like it. I like everything that they have going for it. I thought the fingers were like, oh, is this? We have like maybe a black guy playing or something like that. But as I look a little closer, the fingers appear to be actually like brown leather as opposed to somebody's actual fingertips. So I think that's just part of the costume. So no real clues on who they've hired to play the lead. There are certainly some rumors out there, but I'm going to shy away from those at the moment until we get confirmation. So a lot of big name people involved in this. But one thing that really stuck out at me is that Dave Filoni is going to be directing the first episode. So that much is really cool. I'm actually very excited to hear about that. And this will also not be on regular TV. This is going to be debuting exclusively on Disney's streaming service. That may be a bummer for some of you. It's not at all for me because I was all in from the get-go. As soon as they announced it, I said I'm definitely going to subscribe to that. Like it's not even a brainer. It's a no-brainer. Not even a brainer. It's yeah, absolutely. I'm automatically all in, but that's what I do. I'm super Star Wars fan. So, but yeah, Disney's like, and all the Marvel stuff too. So you'll just have access to all the Marvel. You can't tell I'm a Marvel fan. Also, more of a Star Wars fan than a Marvel fan, but I like to have different props and different videos. So today it's the Infinity Gauntlet. A lot of cool stuff though. We some people were quick to point out that it definitely looks like they drew some inspiration from Star Wars 1313. So I thought that was kind of cool, and I think that's definitely there. The comparison can easily be made. Definitely inspired, very similar, while not being exactly the same. But I think that's cool, and it kind of makes me wonder if a show about the criminal underworld will end up making its have at least an episode at some point where they go to Coruscant and go into the lower levels. I think that is pretty much something that could very easily happen, and it would be a nice nod to 1313, the game that almost was, but wasn't quite there. I think there's a lot of different things they can potentially do as well. So, I like when I see them pull inspiration from Legends and bring that back into canon. I think everything that's in Legends is viable to become canon. Again, they just have to wait for the right time and a good reason to do it. It would be a shame if they just dumped all of it in one story just for no reason, and then you have a lot of convoluted characters just walking around waving hi to the camera and just to get a cameo and become canon again. So I think when they bring things back in a meaningful way, I think it rocks. I think the way they brought Thrawn back totally rocked, and I think this is an opportunity for them to potentially shed some light on what's going to happen. Speaking of Thrawn, there were a lot of questions when they first started talking about this show, when it was first announced that it was called The Mandalorian. Was it going to be Sabine? Because it is taking place after Return of the Jedi. It's going to take place after Return of the Jedi, after the New Republic has formed, but before the First Order is formed, so in a few years after the Battle of Endor. We know that Sabine goes looking for Ezra, and we just, that resolution is unresolved. I have a feeling that since Dave Filoni is involved in this show, it's likely that we can touch on those things, but this is obviously not Sabine. This is obviously, well, it certainly appears, I would say this is obviously a male lead, so that's one of the questions that people had is this going to be a male or female lead, because we had no idea. So this definitely leans itself towards being a very male-looking body type and character, so now this is a concept art. This isn't an actual, I don't believe this is a production photo. It looks like it's concept art. Looks like really, really high quality concept art, but production has officially begun as well. That's another thing we learned today because they did announce that, and it's exciting. It's really exciting. So I want to hear what you guys think. What do you think about this? There's not a whole lot of information that we do have, but we got a little bit. You know, they've officially started production. Dave Filoni is going to direct the first episode. I'm excited about that. The 1313 stuff was pretty cool. I don't know if that means they're going to do a whole lot of 1313 stuff, because we don't know a whole lot about that game, but we knew a little bit. And do you think that they will make their way into Coruscant? It's supposed to basically take place on the outskirts of the, it's going to be kind of like an edge of the Empire, or I should say edge of the Outer Rim, sort of scum and villainy Outer Rim sort of setting. And it's supposed to largely deal with locations and places that we haven't seen before, giving Jon Favreau a lot of opportunity to kind of do what he wants without stepping on everybody else's toes. So I don't really see them coming into Coruscant a whole lot, but I could see a special episode once or twice where they do come into familiar territory. I think in any new show, especially a Star Wars show, you're going to want a few anchor points to bring you into the stuff that you know and love, to kind of emotionally attach you to the new stuff that you're not familiar with. You wouldn't want a show about an entirely new alien race in the Star Wars galaxy that has no connection to anything else, because then it might as well just be something else. What makes it Star Wars, right? So I think part of what makes it Star Wars has to be certain anchor points, and I think the imagery and the iconic look of this character is one of those anchor points that's going to immediately pull you in. You see this and you're thinking, Mandalorian, that looks great, that looks awesome, go. I know the 501st has already probably got people working on costumes of this as we speak. I would wager within like 4 days somebody's going to have a mock-up ready to go. So we will see about that, but we will definitely, I promise you this, I promise you we're going to see quite a few of these Mandalorians at Star Wars Celebration in April. I think there's plenty of time for this to be put together and assembled by then, which will actually be exciting. Although the question is, what's the final imagery going to look like compared to this imagery? Or I mean, this might actually be an actual production shot. I don't think so, though. I think this is actually a painting. It just looks really, really, really good. It's a really, really good image. So, if this is a painting, then freaking awesome painting. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Don't forget to check out Crabbok.com and hop over on my Discord and say hi. We're going to be talking about this some more over there. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.